Welcome! In this segment, we'll be taking a look at how to find journal articles for free. There are a number of reasons why you might need to find journal articles for free rather than using a journal article database subscribed through a library. For example, you might not be able to get to a public library or an academic library, and you might need to do some research from home. Another example of why you might need to use free journal article databases is if you've been a college student and you're recently graduated and you no longer have access to the databases you used to use. There are a number of reputable journal article databases that you can use for free. And again, there are several reasons why you might need to use these. We're going to talk about three today. Let's talk about the first one, Google Scholar. This is the search screen for Google Scholar. When you first go on to Google Scholar, scholar.google.com, you'll see that there's a basic search screen. I highly recommend that when you use Google Scholar that you go to the advanced screen. This is a description of what Google Scholar is. Google Scholar provides a simple way to broadly search for scholarly literature. So one of the great things about Google Scholar is they've taken the time to have this separate entity from just Google. This is Google Scholar, and so it will just search scholarly journals. So you know that when you're searching in this journal article database called Google Scholar, that you're getting reputable resources back. Let's take a look at the advanced search screen for Google Scholar. Again, when you go to Google Scholar, there'll be your basic search screen. I would recommend going to the advanced screen where you can have all these search options. You can search for all of the words together, exact phrase searching, you can search for at least one word, or you can have it exclude words. So you can put in a word where it says without the words. You can also search for particular authors, publication dates, and you can pick particular types of subject areas. And they've got those filtered out for you here, again, on the Google Scholar Advanced Search page. So again, you want to go to scholar.google.com and click on Advanced Search. And after you do your search, you'll be getting back scholarly articles. Let's go ahead and talk about the Directory of Open Access Journals. Oftentimes it's just called DOAJ for short. The aim of the Directory of Open Access Journals is to increase the visibility and ease of use of open access, scientific, and scholarly journals. The DOAJ, the Directory of Open Access Journals, is hosted, maintained, and partly funded by Lund University Libraries in Sweden. It's important when you're searching a free online journal article database to understand who's behind that journal article database. You want to make sure that it's a reputable source and that the resources that you're searching are going to be scholarly and reputable. Let's take a look at the DOAJ's search screen. One of the neat things about the Directory of Open Access Journals is that you can browse by journal title or subject. And here's a list of how you can do that. You can click on title or you can click on an actual subject. It's important to note that as of today, the DOAJ has over 7,000 journal titles and close to 1 million articles in it. The next resource we're going to talk about is called Highwire. highwire.stanford.edu. Highwire Press is a division of the Stanford University Libraries, again a reputable source for a free online journal article database. Highwire Press partners with independent scholarly publishers, societies, associations, and university presses to facilitate the digital disseminations of journals, reference works, books, and proceedings. One of the neat things about Highwire, just like Google Scholar, they offer advanced search options. And they have over 5 million full-text articles available. So again, Highwire Press, from a very notable and reputable university, Stanford University, and they have access to over 5 million journal articles. Another neat thing about Highwire is that they offer search help and search tips. So they're just like a real journal article database, but they're free. Another neat thing about Highwire is that you can set up RSS feeds. So you can do a search, and then after you put your criteria in for author or keyword or maybe a particular journal, That RSS feed will email you every time there's a new result in your search. So you could go to Highwire, do your search, and then set it up so it will email you every time there's new searches for your criteria. Really neat feature. This is an example of a Highwire search screen. Again, very advanced, similar to the Google search screen. Lots of ways that you can search and narrow your search here. Again, you can put in date limits here. You can see that there's the information on personalizing to set up alerts for getting those emails. So again, Highwire from a very reputable source with some great ways to search their journal articles. Another neat thing about Highwire, you can browse those journals alphabetically. So if there's a particular journal you're looking for, you can go to their list of titles alphabetically and find that particular journal and browse or search in it. The next database that we're going to talk about that's free is called PLoS, the Public Library of Science. Public Library of Science is a nonprofit publisher and advocacy organization with a mission of leading and transforming scientific and medical research communication. So the interesting thing about PLoS is they actually publish their own journals, and this is a list of their open access journals that the Public Library of Science publishes. So they have a variety of topics here: biology, medicine, genetics. So again, you're going to want to find the right tool for your topic. So again, if you're doing scientific research, PLoS, the Public Library of Science, is the way to go. Another interesting thing about PLoS is that they offer more than just searching. When you go to their different journals, they have ways that you can see the top researched articles, the most viewed articles. They have weekly editor picks, they have news, they have blogs. They have a lot going on beyond just basic journal information. So again, PLoS, the Public Library of Science, it's more than just a journal article database. They have a lot of different features for researchers that are doing scientific research. There's some few notable features here just to reiterate. PLoS, the Public Library of Science journals, are all peer-reviewed. They offer the RSS feeds where you can get email alerts for new articles, and they also have blogs. We've talked about a handful of free online journal article databases: Google Scholar, the DOAJ, which is the Directory of Open Access Journals, Highwire, and PLoS, the Public Library of Science. These are all reputable resources that you can use for finding free journal articles. And again, these are going to search scholarly, sometimes peer-reviewed. And a lot of times you will be able to get the full text. So again, there's a number of reasons why you might need to use a free journal article database. Maybe the library that you're using doesn't have the right database for your topic. Then you could go to the free ones. Or maybe, again, you're a recent graduate and you need to find a way to continue your research. You can either visit your public library and use their databases, or try out some of these free online databases. That's all for now. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.